You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Bremen Motor Cars in West Palm and Jupiter. A world-class experience. Visit BremenBMW.com. And by Wellington Anti-Aging. Low T? Go to WellingtonAntiAging.com. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the show. My name is Kevin. Going to be your host here. It's like my third or fourth show today. I'm not even sure how many. I lose track of.
How many shows do you do?
Got the KVJ show.
Right.
Got the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Right, okay.
I'm only technically on 2 shows. Questionably 3. So maybe I'll do a cooking show at night. I don't know.
I was going to say.
Yeah, why not?
Cooking with Kevin.
It has a ring to it.
It does.
You know, don't say
but
that
you
because
gotta spell cooking with a K.
yeah,
Yes,
our sales
yes.
department's going to hear that because
I was saying, yeah, exactly. You hear that, Jeff Greenwald?
Hey, if we can get him to do something, that's great. Let's go for it.
In here today, we got Ricky, Bobby.
Hello, sir.
Diener is here.
What's up?
And Jordan.
Hi.
All right. Full crew. Boy, fun stuff from last night. I think pretty much everybody said it yesterday. What we thought was going to happen with the Sixers-Celtics last night came down.
Ben Simmons, the baseball pass. And Smart's got it. And the ball game is over. And Boston
Done.
is headed to the Eastern
And almost had it.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Almost had it.
It's over.
So close.
Do you remember what we talked about yesterday? How the lines were moving and Boston was getting a point and they're favored by 1. You realize they won that game by 2 points.
Yeah.
They
Vegas
were
is
favored
good.
by 1.
Vegas is good.
They're
They
very
really
good.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, the story is just what happened to the 76ers. I mean, that is a team that had won 20 out of 21 games. And then they come out and lose the first 3 to Boston.
And to their credit, almost came back. Like, they almost had that game last night, so that would have been 2 in a row after being down 3. Like, that would have been a serious feat. Now, Brett Brown's definitely fired.
Oh, come on. You're still firing this guy?
Gunner!
Unbelievable.
Out with the Godfather.
There's somebody believes in him. I don't know if you had seen the voting that has come in for the National Basketball Coaches Association Coach of the Year Award. Celtics coach, who everybody's talking about what a genius Brad Stevens is.
He is.
Did not get 1 vote. Yet, the guy who you said should be fired, Ricky, Brett Brown, did.
Who's voting? Do they all have half a brain?
It is the coaches, I believe. I
Yeah.
believe the coaches.
The other coaches vote.
You know
it's
what
a poll of peers.
I think that they are just jealous of the beautiful brain that is on Brad Stevens, and they feel bad for Brett Brown because he's had to deal with sludge for so many years.
Yeah, but
And-
he didn't win. Brett Brown didn't win.
No, I know.
He just got votes.
No, I understand that, but they voted for him because they were like, "Wow, look what this guy can do." But in reality, he's had garbage on that team the entire time, couldn't do anything with it. Now he's got talent, and the talent did it.
Did you see who did win?
It was the coach of the Raptors.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, Dwayne Casey?
There you go. That's his name.
Yeah.
So I guess
they did great.
Yeah, so I guess the playoffs really have no bearing when it comes
They
to this
don't.
vote.
I guess not.
When did they vote? The All-Star break?
I think so.
Really, I know.
I think it would have to be just before the end of the season. That's usually when they do a lot of their peer voting and everything like that. Because the NBA players themselves, I think they vote for like best player from their peers as well, and that's all done before the end of the season. And if it would have been in the playoffs, there would have been no question that Brad Stevens would be. But
Right. If the voting was done yesterday, then Brad Stevens.
If
would
it
be
was
the-
done,
But how
honestly,
does
if it
he
was
not
done at
get
the
a vote, though?
finals, if it was done at the finals, though.
You know what? No, but screw that. This is a guy that was the head coach. Yeah, I'm going to defend Brad Stevens right now. Your guy. He's
Good.
your guy.
I mean, you're only furthering my point.
He coached this team now to the Eastern Conference Finals. Gordon Hayward was out the entire season. He got injured the first quarter of the first game of the season. So it's not like it was anything new that he was missing one of his best players. And then Kyrie's out for, the last month or so? I mean, come on, guys.
When you
Not
need him.
1 vote?
And they arguably have been the best team that they've been pretty much all season. I mean, they look fantastic.
They've been playing at lights out. It
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
Silly.
I love the prognosticators because it's fun to be able to go back and listen to what they say before a series begins, like
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith.
I got an announcement to make to the United States of America and beyond because
Kevin's other show.
it's global these days.
There you go.
Sound like some cheap editing in there.
Well, I mean, he wasn't going to promote his show on our show,
True,
so we
okay.
had to. Yeah.
All right, so,
I got an announcement to make.
okay, please.
Are you ready for this?
I am.
Yes, please. Again, will you give us the damn announcement?
76ers going to the Eastern Conference
Nice.
Finals. 76ers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia 76ers.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
He said it 3 times.
He just
Well, he wants to make sure you know.
he doubled down on it.
Okay. I mean, all right. So you didn't say that. I mean, it's not like he took him to go all the way to the finals, you know.
It's
I made a mistake last week when I
Okay.
said that the Philadelphia 76ers are going to the conference finals.
Thank you very much. He's rethought it. He knows he was completely wrong.
Wrong.
I like how he uses the word mistake.
Yeah.
Like he read it somewhere incorrectly. And
Like
he
it's
just
not
made
his
a-
fault.
Yes.
I have,
It's not his
I
own
have
opinion that
falsely
was wrong.
reported this.
Correct yourself, Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
I was wrong.
Okay. Again, tell us why.
I'm picking the Philadelphia 76ers to go all the way to the finals.
All right.
Great. Good job, Stephen A.
Terrible.
I'm picking the 76ers to go all the way to the finals.
Oh,
It
well.
is just funny though, and we just shame on we can't get away from this stuff. We sit there and we just love it. These people
Yeah.
are wrong about everything. I mean everything. You look at the drafts; they're wrong. We just sit there and watch endless hours of Mel Kiper
of people just being wrong.
just being
Your
wrong.
job is to be on TV and be wrong.
just being wrong. I mean, there's no accountability. It doesn't matter.
None whatsoever. Wait, how the hell did they get that job?
And we just continue to just eat it all up. Just take it all down.
Pretty interesting. It's really funny that continues to happen, but seriously, how the hell did we get that job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign
Well,
me up.
I want to let you know, even on this show, we do get called on the carpet. Got a couple emails in here. And if you ever do want to put anybody on point, on blast, you can. Kevin at 640thehurricane.com is our email.
Doesn't look good.
Got this from Curtis. He was referring to the commentary about the Cavs and the Warriors going to be matching up in the finals. That comment was made here on the show, that it's what the NBA wants.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He says, please explain what that means. How does the NBA want the same two teams in the finals year after year after year? I have cut watching regular season NBA games by 50% at least because for me, I knew the Cavs and the Warriors were ultimately going to be the ones with a chance to be in the finals. I love basketball, but the predictability is not entertaining.
So obviously, Curtis does not work for NBA marketing.
So he's calling you out, man. Curtis, good for you.
No, that's fine, Curtis. But listen, Curtis,
Like
this is the way it works. You have two players that are the most marketable players in the entire NBA. That's LeBron James and Steph Curry. The reason why they need to be in the finals is for somebody like the regular person who doesn't watch basketball that goes, I know Steph Curry, I know LeBron James. So what they want is they want those two players in the same games, the finals, to be able to get the ratings from people that normally wouldn't watch. Are they going to knock out a bunch of people that are like, well, we're so tired of seeing this? Yeah, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to be able to make it. It's a marketing scheme. The reason why they want that is because those are the people that are going to bring eyes to TVs, Curtis.
Wow.
But thank you. I appreciate you bringing up that.
And while we're at it, let's
no.
go to Ricky Bobby email number 2.
Oh, no.
Oh, you got his second one.
Ooh.
Making people angry. So he's. I'm not the only one that he makes angry. Then I feel I'm not alone. Good.
How old is Ricky Bobby? He constantly talks about how MJ is better than LeBron.
Whoa!
Yes.
That's not true at all. That's a falsity right off the bat.
happening.
But continue.
He doesn't look old enough to have watched MJ play in the 90s. Is he even over 40? Also, why doesn't anyone ever mention Bill Russell or Wilt for the GOAT? Because we didn't see
Solid
them
arg-
play?
Oh, no. Solid argument. Absolutely solid argument. I will agree with that part. Is there more to the email? Because I'm ready to get into this one.
Oh, he look
No,
he's
he's
seething.
ready.
Love the show. You just need someone to have an opposing argument and not have everyone agree on the show. I'm available, Jack.
All right, Jack. Fair enough.
Jack is trying to
All right.
weasel his way in here.
I'm available.
So this is the way it works. First of all, never said that Michael Jordan was better than LeBron James. What I did say was that the LeBron James-Michael Jordan comparison is stupid. It's null and void because they came in two different eras of basketball. Did I watch him play? I mean, when I was a kid, but I mean, I wasn't. But I have this thing called YouTube, which you can be able to find this show on youtube.com/Kevin Does Other Show.
Nice.
Yeah, you can be able to do that. And on YouTube is all of his highlights. So if you want to go watch, and then you also want to go watch the way they played defensively back then as opposed to now, you want to bring the hand check in there. That's also a conversation we can have, but I don't want to get too technical on everybody. And bringing up Bill Russell and Magic Johnson, great point. Why is nobody bringing them up? Why? Because LeBron
Yeah.
James is the name right now. He's the flavor of the
Yeah.
week, and Michael Jordan was the one before. Now, granted, there's a bunch of other really good players. There's a bunch of players that you could be able to compare stats to that are not in this conversation. What about Karl Malone? Karl Malone had phenomenal stats. He was great, but he didn't win any championships, and that's the reason why we're not talking about it. What about Shaq? I mean, that's a conversation, but he won championships. Why is that not in the conversation?
Yeah, it's always the what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but exactly, and that's the reason why. But I never, ever, 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 ever said that Michael Jordan was better than LeBron James because the conversation to pair them up together is completely and utterly ridiculous.
So your whole argument here, because I'm not going to lie, I've always been under the impression that you thought that as well.
No.
Okay. So
Absolutely not.
I'm glad we got this straightened out. So your whole point of opinion here is just that the
there any more emails?
conversation.
I'm having a good time
You
today.
are.
I would like for people to send more.
Yes.
Kevin at 640thehurricane.com, and the subject just be like, I hate Ricky Bobby.
I'm in.
Yeah,
And
let's do it.
I'm in.
we'll deal with all those.
Line them
poor
up, I'll knock
Ricky
them down.
Bobby.
Well, the Yankees, pretty powerful night last night. Rallied in the 8th inning to knock the Red Sox back again. That's 2 in a row, 9-6 the final last night. And they came back, it was like in the 8th. I mean, it was looking good for the Red Sox.
Leo was very pessimistic, and all of a sudden, look at all this.
Look
the
at it.
pessimism has made it wonderful again for him.
That's got to be so satisfying. I don't know if you saw the Brett Gardner hit, because that's got to be great, man. Anytime they do that, they brought the outfielders in, and he jacks it over their heads. You got to be like going, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Show you.
Yeah? You going to bring the outfielders in? I'll show you. Judge went 3 for 4, had his 9th home run last night. So good stuff. Yeah. The Mets are a complete mess. You know, I forgot. They started 11-1. They're 18-17 now.
Holy crap.
And then they batted out of order yesterday. And it was posted. It's posted on the damn dugout, and they bat out of order.
I love that.
What the hell's going on
That's
with that?
amazing.
Too much double bubble.
Yeah. And I'll just throw one quick loser shout out for the Marlins. Blown out again. 2 out of 3 games.
Wait,
I know.
where's all your positivity?
I got none.
That was terrible.
The Cubs outscored the Marlins 31-9 in that series. 31-9. And they came in, the Cubs did, on a 5-game losing streak.
It's like a college basketball game.
Yeah, ugly. Coming up here in a couple minutes, got a new fun game. It's called Florida. I'm going to give you a story about idiots in the news. You tell me, did it happen in this great state or not? We got that for you next.
Can't wait to break down last night's game? Yeah, not. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Well, Florida always gets a bad rap for being the dumbest state in all of America. All the stupid things happen in Florida because we're so dumb.
It's hard to argue. There's a lot of
It
stories.
really is.
If it's not screwed down or locked in, it's going to eventually fall down in Florida, and it's all the idiots come in.
God, I love it. So great,
Go out
man.
here.
So entertaining.
It's just content on the sidewalk.
Well, the name of the game is Florida.
All right.
I'm going to give you the synopsis of a stupid story here, and you tell me, did it happen in our great state or not?
I'm ready.
Okay. See how you score on this. Okay. A guy was caught drunkenly mowing a stranger's lawn. When he was called out for the horrible job he was doing, he took off in a low-speed chase with cops.
Sounds
You'll
real
never
already.
catch me, coppers. I imagine the scene from Austin Powers with the steamroller.
Yes.
He's like, no! He's going at 2 miles an hour.
No. He was quickly caught. Okay.
Well,
Did that happen in Florida or not? What do you think, Ricky Bobby?
yes, I do believe it happened in Florida.
Okay. Diener.
It's either Florida or Kentucky. Like, those are the two states. I'm
Why
seeing.
Kentucky?
That's what I'm
Nice.
seeing.
Racist.
I'm going to go Florida. It's racist.
Yes, I think so too.
Okay, everybody is going to go Florida.
We're in
Is that where
agreement.
we're on that?
Yeah.
You're agreeing, and you are all wrong.
Oh,
baby.
really? Sounded like such a Florida story.
Wow.
That's Indiana.
Oh.
Indiana.
Indiana borders Kentucky.
Yeah,
Well, so close.
You don't get a point for that.
happened this last week.
Good job with the geography, though.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you think? Florida. Did this story happen in our great state? 2 men are accused of breaking into their ex-boyfriend's home and using ragu sauce to try to burn it down.
Wait, what?
Yes.
So they lit the sauce on fire? Is it even
Or they just,
flammable?
no, wait a second. So they use the ragu sauce as some type of accelerant?
Yes.
Does that work?
Okay.
That's what I just said.
Was
Is
it-
that flammable? Does it work like that?
And by the way, footnote, one of them was wearing a bull costume.
Oh, see, now that's the kicker.
Okay.
That's important.
Florida.
Why is that important?
It just is.
This sounds like something that would happen in Del Rey.
Delray Beach.
You even got a specific
I
city
think
on
it's
this.
a Delray, east of 4th, right there.
Ricky
East
Bob.
of
I'm going
Yeah.
Florida on this one.
Nice.
Diener.
No, not Florida.
What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, it's Florida.
This
not.
one is Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is Florida, and there's more to the story. Here's
No
the
way.
TV
Oh, I'm ready.
report on the.
Suspects tried to start a fire with spaghetti sauce in an attempt to cover their tracks.
I got an alert at 6:54. I called D-Land Police, and they was here in no time. They was trying to make it look like that I'd left the stove on, but who gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning and fixes spaghetti? Let him use.
What did he call that again?
2 o'clock in the morning and fixes spaghetti.
Wait, is it Pischetti?
I think it was
I think
Piscetti.
you put an S on both sides of that pig.
I think it was PS.
Okay.
Fixes spaghetti. Let him
Spaghetti.
Wait, was it Pischetti? Hold on.
fixes spaghetti.
I'm telling you, there's a couple S's.
It's Pischetti.
Spaghetti.
Pischetti.
Sketty.
Pischetti. How do you spell Pischetti? I would like to have broken down. If I were the reporter, I'd be going, can we get a spelling check on
please.
that for the report?
That is-
Pischetti.
Imagine if you're the news anchor that has to read that. They have to put that out in the exact phonetics of how you say it.
Pischetti. Pischetti. Is that right, sir?
Spaghetti. Let him
Yes, Pischetti.
What and what town was that? Where was
2
that?
a.m.
This is in.
I think he said DeLand.
That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, it might have been. I think it was the outskirts of Orlando, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
that sounds about right.
let him use my car for 4 months. Maybe he's angry about that. Or maybe he's angry because I gave him $150 to fix his teeth. Maybe he's angry about that.
I mean, you know what's amazing about that is as he's speaking, I could just see yellow teeth, missing teeth, and he talks about it. Unbelievable.
Pischetti.
I gave him $150 to fix his teeth. Maybe he's mad about that.
What do you think about this? Florida. Did this happen in our great state? Tim Peeler runs into a 10-foot tall Bigfoot. What do you think?
Not Florida.
You don't think we got 10-foot tall Bigfoots running around here? Nope. We got them skunk apes.
I was gonna say there's a
The
difference.
skunk apes.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a
What do
difference.
you
I don't
think,
think they're
Diener?
10 feet tall, are they?
What do you think, Diener?
I'm gonna say not Florida. If it was Florida, I think they would have used skunk ape.
Okay.
Digging deep into this.
Jordan?
Well, since they said no, I'm saying Florida.
Okay.
I want to win.
It is not Florida.
I got a point.
Ricky Bobby Diener.
Damn.
I am now the sole lead.
Yeah, you are.
This is North Carolina, and luckily we've got Tim Peeler's account
Oh no.
Oh, good.
of this Bigfoot.
I was hoping.
Spotted Bigfoot in Cleveland County, and this isn't the first time. The legend continues. One man in Kaiser says he encountered the mythic beast just last week.
I tried to call him.
Tim Peeler thought he was calling coyotes.
Instead of them, him. This thing was 10 foot tall.
10 foot tall. I mean, this.
What the hell is he using?
He's
It's a
doing
Bigfoot call,
He's
duh.
doing, yeah, it's like some kind of like coyote call. I think that he's doing here. Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
What is that?
this is apparently what will bring a Bigfoot. Yeah, so
My
that's what he
Lord.
does, and they grow them big there.
He should just left out a pot of spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Combine
This
the two.
thing was 10 foot tall.
10 foot
Ow!
tall.
I mean, my
Oh, my
God.
gosh.
How that's
He
not
had
in Florida.
beautiful hair.
10-foot hat, beautiful.
hair.
I love this guy.
He had beautiful hair.
Oh, I think he wants to mate with this thing. He's like, it's just his type.
That's how we got the skunk ape.
Yeah, that's a mating call is what that was.
He looked like about a 10-foot man, and his beard was down below his navel.
The Sasquatch going after his dogs.
I come out here and rough talked him and run him off.
Rough
Got
talked
him
him.
to leave, called 911, then the creature came back.
And I said, get away from here. Get. Get.
Is that how you get rid of a Sasquatch?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Get.
That's right. That's how you get him out of there.
Shark in a nose for Sasquatch to get.
I love this guy. Oh, he's something, yeah.
Get away from me.
All right, okay.
Get.
And he went right back at that path again. He looked like he had 6 fingers on each hand.
This can't be real. This can't. Please tell me this isn't real.
Beautiful hair, 6 fingers,
10
10-foot
foot
tall.
tall.
Jesus. Did he ask the cameraman to pass over his Mickeys? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
my Lord. He sounded like he was falling asleep towards the end of that. He's like,
10 foot
6
tall.
fingers.
Wake up, Tim. That should do it. All right.
Kidding me?
Wowzer.
Okay, what do you think about this? Florida, did this happen in our great state? A man who goes by the nickname Captain Jack Sparrow
Yes.
was arrested after he was found huffing glue and resisting arrest.
Absolutely.
Do people still huff glue?
Captain Jack Sparrow did.
I didn't know it was a thing.
They do.
All right.
But do they do it here? Or was this somewhere else? That's the question. Florida. What do you think, Ricky Bobby?
I'm picking Florida.
Diener?
This is 100% Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida.
100%.
It's Florida. Oh, you're all wrong.
Still in the lead.
Where
Still in
else
the lead.
Could this
Wrong.
happen?
That's Tennessee, y'all.
Oh, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Captain
That's why I
Jack
haven't heard about
Sparrow.
sniffing glue in a while.
You got to see his
It all
mugshot.
moved up north.
He's trying to do the Captain Jack thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he have like the hair and like the beard and everything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have the whole costume.
Oh, he looks like Captain Jack.
He looks like if you tried to do your own Captain Jack costume with your mom's makeup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Like if Captain Jack had a heroin problem.
Yeah.
Or a worse heroin
a
problem.
glue problem.
But he looks so high. Like, I think he's probably like double gunning it. Like, I think he's probably got like almost like a holster on with double, and it's like glue, and he just takes out and he's got one for each nostril. Like, he looks so high. I mean, so high.
He bought the refill bottles.
Oh, he was going right at it.
He's got the industrial size Elmers.
Yep.
Final one here. A brawl breaks out between adults at a cornhole fundraiser benefit for high school students over scoring discrepancies.
I mean, of course it did. Why wouldn't it?
Cornhole brawl. In fact, I will let you hear the action as it went down.
Please do.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Stop it right now! We will stop this tournament! This is stupid!
Nice. She is not having it.
No. This is absolutely ridiculous! Get out of here!
Is that Sasquatch?
I was gonna say,
We will stop this tournament right now! We are adults, and this is ridiculous! It is a cornhole tournament fundraiser! Cut the crap!
yeah, cut the crap.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
We are adults.
Yeah, she is not playing. This girl's not having it at all. Oh my
Cornhole
gosh.
fundraiser tournament.
Yeah, cut it out.
Get.
That's right. Get. That's right. Get.
All right.
Okay, Florida. Ricky Bobby.
It's got to be Florida.
Can't breathe.
What do you think, Diener?
I don't know. It's Ohio. It's not Florida. It's Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, I'm just guessing the state.
He's throwing shade there.
Yeah.
It's Florida.
You're gonna go Florida? It is not Jordan.
Is it Ohio?
Georgia.
Oh, close enough.
Georgia.
It was right there.
Yes.
Right on the border.
Well,
and the people in Georgia are big. They're strong.
they're large.
Yeah. Large.
She got a nice little sweet Southern accent. That's why I figured.
She does.
Maybe she was from like a northern.
It could have been northern
She's
Florida.
one of the tiny ones.
She's a little one. You stop that.
But
right
the
now.
men folk there are big.
You put
Get
damn
it,
pork
get
and
it.
beans down right now, and you get back in the thing right there.
They're big.
This thing was 10 foot tall.
I mean, I guess it could have been there too.
Yeah, his hair is gorgeous.
He had beautiful hair.
His hair was perfect.
My Lord, is it Mickey Rourke?
Okay, coming up here, we're going to discuss what if the Dolphins had actually listened to their owner, Stephen Ross, and his comments about the draft. We'll discuss that option next.
Be part of the show on Twitter at 640 The Hurricane, hashtag Kevin's Other Show.
Oh, yeah, baby. This weekend, got the big old Rolling Loud concert going to be going on at Hard Rock Stadium. You got this guy, Wiz Khalifa, going to be there on Saturday. You want to check it out. If you're into the hip-hop game, this is the place to go. Friday night, J.
Where's
Cole.
this going to be?
Hard Rock Stadium. Rolling
what?
Loud, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had it, used to be at Bayfront Park, and it got a little rowdy. So they need to put it in bigger confines.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, more stages.
Especially if you're going to be bringing in people like that, too.
Yeah. You got J.
Large
Cole.
crowds.
Well, when you got a guy named Young Thug.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that, is that between J. Cole and Wiz Khalifa, like you're talking about gigantic crowds, Bayfront Park is not going to be able to handle something like that.
I mean, the bill's amazing. Friday night, J. Cole, Young Thug, just a few of the ones going to be out there. Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Yeah.
Back that thing up.
That's right. Friday night. Saturday, you got Travis Scott, Migos, my boy Wiz Khalifa.
There's
Gucci
going to be a lot of
Gucci
marijuana
Mane.
smoked in that area.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be a cloud.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. From space, it's going to look like a
giant,
like
cloud.
A nuclear explosion.
Yep.
It's going to look like a mushroom cloud from there.
You fly over, a plane goes over the stadium, everybody is immediately high. How did I land at MIA? High. I'm high as a kite.
Why are we in Kentucky?
Yeah. Sunday's got Future, Post Malone, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne.
Oh, my Lord. That's a huge
Oh, it's
show.
an insane show.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the show's absolutely insane.
Well, that would make sense why they would move it out of Bayfront Park, because if Hard Rock Stadium can hold all those UM fans, I think it could be able to handle that.
Hey, now, it's 65,000 strong, all right?
Just saying.
Throw shade over here.
He's afraid of the UM.
He is. He's very
I'm
scared.
Completely terrified, yes.
Have you ever been to an event at Bayfront Park? Like a big concert, big gathering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say massive, but I've been to a good size.
I mean, it's every man for himself.
Yeah, I
It's
saw a yellow
terrifying.
card there
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Nothing like angry, drunk white people.
No, it's not good.
It's terrifying.
Bad
It's really
mix.
terrifying.
Anybody angry and drunk is terrifying. Yeah. it's just
Yeah, I know, but these guys, they went nuts.
They were special.
they look like UM fans.
different caliber, huh?
Guy.
So what if the Dolphins had actually listened to their owner, Stephen Ross? We talked about
That's a
this
loaded question.
the other day, about the draft. He wanted them to just, trade down, get some picks, save some money. Didn't think there was anybody there that blew him away. Minka Fitzpatrick, apparently he didn't seem to see the value or the reason or whatever.
I couldn't pronounce his name. Who's this Mink guy? What is he?
Didn't see it being quite the gift. Dave Hyde had a pretty good article breaking it all down, talking about, okay, let's say they would have listened. Because he wanted to go maybe further back and say, okay, we could have gotten a couple more picks, which we didn't have a lot of.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more holes, obviously, that he thinks that they need to fill. He reportedly, quote, stepped in and implored his team to trade back, both to acquire more picks and to save money on the first rounder. Now, the Cardinals traded up to take Josh Rosen with the 10th pick. So all your good quarterbacks are off the board at that point. I think what he's looking at is what the Saints did. They traded their 27th pick, a 5th-round pick, and the 2019 first-round pick for Green Bay's 14th pick in the draft. So the thought was they were calling pretty much everybody. And they wound up, Green Bay was the first team that took it at 14. So the Dolphins likely got that call also, from the Saints, and could have probably gotten the same thing. Moved down to 27, gotten a 5th-round pick and the 2019 first-round pick from the Saints.
Which they're probably not going to do too much this year. That 2019 first-round pick would have been
nice.
Would have been beautiful for them.
Yeah, and for the Saints, they're probably going to do pretty well this year. So next year, first round's not that great for them. It's going to be at the bottom anyway. So who would they Lamar Jackson could have been something that maybe they're thinking that Stephen Ross might have been looking at.
Yeah.
Do you see any value in this? Would the Dolphins have been better off passing on Minka Fitzpatrick to drop down to 27 to maybe, I don't think they would have taken Lamar Jackson. Sounds like Stephen Ross might have wanted somebody like that, but they're thinking that they like what's going on at quarterback and they wouldn't do it.
Right.
Was it a good move? Should they listen to Stephen Ross, or was Tannenbaum smart with sticking to his guns and saying, no, we're going to pick up Minka Fitzpatrick?
Well, I think Diener would agree with me that Minka Fitzpatrick was your best bet at that point in time, and trading down, the only thing you'd be trying to go for would be maybe a quarterback.
Yeah.
But, at that point in time, it's like there really wasn't anybody left that was worthwhile.
Yeah, no.
By that 27th pick, so.
And that's the thing. I think that's what they looked at, because in theory, it sounds great. You drop down a little bit.
Doing anything different than what you did always sounds great after you did it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
With hindsight is 20/20.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
the old Montel saying there. But aside from that, when you look at the theory of it, where you're 27, you get a first-round pick next year and a 5th-round pick, Sure, you stockpile draft picks. It's worked well for the Patriots, right? They've bargaining chips and gotten some decent picks out of it. But to Ricky's point, if you're the Dolphins and you're looking at both choices, you say Minkah Fitzpatrick is right here. They loved him. Why are they going to trade out of it? Just get the guy that you think is going to be the best. So I guess can't say that I hate what happened.
Okay, so you think they were good to stay the course the way they did? Not
unless
talking about what they did with their draft picks, but to stay with the strategy they had to stay at 11.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would have been useful is trading up for them. Trading back would have only gotten them more picks.
Right.
But would that, the 2019 first round draft pick, that would have been good, but you need to, this is your time to rebuild. This is your time to get playmakers on offense and defense, but they got a massive playmaker on defense.
He is.
And Minkah Fitzpatrick, a massive player, and he can play a couple different positions too.
Right.
Most likely going to be free safety though. So that situation is good, but if they would have been able to trade up and get a quarterback, that probably would have been a better situation.
Yeah.
But going back, what else are you going to get? And they weren't that smart with the picks anyways, because they took Jazeki or whatever the guy's name is.
Yeah.
They took 2 tight ends. What did who is it? Omar Kelly. He said 1 tight end that can't catch and 1 tight end that can't block.
It's almost like they picked half players.
Exactly. Unless you tie them to fuse them somehow.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a real tight end.
This isn't the Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't morph together to form one great football player.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought that was possible.
I don't know.
On the field, combine, operate. If you take the Dolphins, you have 5 guys. You got to say, hey, we have 1 complete player.
That's the way it worked. That'd be great.
We're all just going to hold hands and everything's going to work out.
Yeah. I was looking back because I have nothing else better to do at 2014, and
2014.
Yeah, at the draft. It was
back in time.
And it was interesting because it does really show you that past at least the second round, you hardly ever find anyone that ever materializes anyway. So getting a bunch of garbage picks in the 5th round or whatever, it's not going to do any good. First, second round picks, okay, great. Other than that, doesn't do a whole lot.
I think the Dolphins would have looked like they were giving up if they traded that pick away.
Tell me what you think about this comment that John McEnroe has. He claims that Donald Trump made him an offer.
It was after Serena and Venus had started talking about they could beat a lot of guys. I was calling a match, and suddenly I get this envelope, and it's from Donald Trump. So he wrote me a letter, said, Dear John, I want to offer you $1 million again to play either Serena or Venus. And so over the course of time, literally, my kids, my daughters have, Dad, I don't know if you can beat Serena. I'm like, God.
Nice.
John, let's be honest. He did not call him John. He called him Johnny Mac.
He probably did.
He definitely did. Johnny Mac.
Dear Johnny Mac.
I got $1 million for you that you can be able to take out one of these Serena sisters. I promise it's going to be great.
It would have been.
Do you think it would? Okay, I would go Serena over Venus. That had to be somebody. Do you think Serena Williams, playing as great as she was probably when that bet was made, would beat John McEnroe in his older age? Okay. I'm not talking about prime John McEnroe. I'm just saying if that match really did happen. Is it entertaining, or is it just like, okay, it's the Battle of the Sexes Part 2 and we know the outcome?
It's about as entertaining as Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather boxing.
That's not a bad comparison.
And because you're taking, because you think about 2 different worlds of tennis. Because McEnroe said this and was highly destroyed over it, and then I think it was either Venus or Serena, I don't remember which one, said the same thing. Like, the men play different, they play faster, they play harder than the women do, and that's why you can't compare the 2 of them. So, an older John McEnroe and her, I don't know. It would have been interesting to watch. If it was on television, the whole world would stop.
Oh, yeah. It was a great idea by Trump to propose this because it would have been a marketing
I've got
genius.
lots of great ideas. Don't worry about it.
No, it would have been awesome to watch. And I can tell you right now, I don't even think it would have been close. Serena wins that match like 6-2,
really?
6-1.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey, I don't know crap about tennis.
Wait, you Serena clobbers John McEnroe.
Not even close.
Okay.
And we're talking, this sounds like...
Not even close.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this sounds like, from the story he tells, it sounds like it was around 2014, 2013, somewhere in there.
Jordan, do you agree with what Diener's saying?
I do. I love her. I think she's...
I know you love her.
Just lady power,
I know you love her, but let's talk.
Lady power. Lady power.
Okay, well, here's McEnroe talking about why
I don't even get to say what I was going to say.
Why do you think? Tell me. I do want to hear.
No, I really do. I think she's one of the best player. I think she just blows everyone else out and just...
And when she's playing women,
Women,
Yes, but I feel like if she went up against a guy, that would just be even more motivation to want to be the best.
So you think athletically she could even keep up with an old dude like John McEnroe, even though he's a guy, old, everything else would even out. She's got the advantage.
Yes.
McEnroe, this is why he turned down the offer.
It's never been something where I was like, I want to go play a woman in a match. I just feel like I needed to defend myself. Maybe I'm not as sure now that I could do it as I was then, because I'm getting a little older and grayer. But nonetheless, I was like, wait a second, I was the #1 player in the world. I wasn't a bad player.
No, he was great in his day.
Yeah, but I have seen some of those clips where he's out because he plays the Chris Evert a lot of times, and he doesn't seem like he gets around as fast as Serena does. It seems like Serena's faster.
Because he's older, though. So
But
age
still,
yeah, that's why. It's like it might be a toss-up. Who knows? But he may hit harder. He may not move faster, but he may hit harder.
Nope. You ever seen how? I don't know. I'm telling you.
But this is, I guarantee you, Trump was going to him to give him $1 million, and then he was going to bet $2 million that Serena was going to win. That would have been the ultimate ploy. I'm so sorry, Johnny. I didn't, whatever. It is what it is, right?
Venus is saying something right now that some people are giving her a hard time about. She's saying that she's not a feminist, but women now have it better than ever. She said, I don't like labels.
Whoa.
I do think as a woman, we have much more power and opportunities in our hands than ever before. She said, we truly don't know how powerful we are. There's nothing like a powerful woman walking into a room. Her presence is like nothing else. Do you agree with that statement, Jordan? Do you think Venus is right that women now have it better than they ever have, and
they have it better nowadays than they had before.
Is it far off from equality with the men? Do you feel?
I don't think it's far off, but I mean, there's certain instances where there's not.
But what are those instances, though?
What?
What are those instances? I'm always curious about this conversation. It's like, what are the instances where men are superior over? Is it pay, though?
Yeah, because I was going to say
opportunity.
Like certain movies or certain actresses.
But that's human
and actors,
error, though.
Both have leading roles.
That's not
be
systemic.
paid
That's human error.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's where the question comes in. It's like, where's the human error? Where's systemic? Like pay would be systemic, but that's also like it's kind of like a false narrative. Because there's a statistic where if you take all the jobs in the entire world, there's a lot of jobs that women don't do. So if you were to take that and push that out, and this is just regular numbers, if you would take that and push all those numbers out, then yes, men get paid more than women on a statistic level. But it's not really like if you went to school for 4 years and became a doctor. Well, 8 years. I hope you don't go to 4 years to become a doctor. Go 8 years to become a doctor. He goes 8 years to become a doctor. You're not going to get paid different because of your gender. That's just not true. Do you know what I mean?
Depends on who you ask, I guess. I sat back. I'm not getting into this.
What?
No. I don't know why.
So did you just enter the conversation to tell us you're not going to comment on the conversation?
What is that?
Then why'd you talk?
I actually sat back.
Hey, I just want to let you guys, I'm not going to comment on this. Thank you.
I'm
Diener, I'm out. Thank you very much for your contributions.
I forgot I wasn't saying anything.
I didn't mean to make it like any type of weird conversation for anybody, but I think it's very interesting to see a powerful woman come out and say that women are not in a bad place like people like Elizabeth Warren turns around and says that we are.
But in its essence, what she's saying is that women have it better now than they ever have.
Yes.
So I
think
don't
that's true.
And I don't think she's saying that it's perfect, but it's
No.
better now. So if you're thinking, or if you're a woman that's saying, oh my gosh, things are going backwards, or
objectivity.
there's a lot of great things, and women can be powerful figures in any field now.
Well, you see women that are CEOs. You see women that women do everything now. It's not like they don't. I mean, like we're a civil society, but objectivity is obviously the biggest issue. Is that women are oogled and ogled. Men are usually not oogled and ogled unless you have a six pack.
Speak for yourself.
Whoa there. Okay.
Okay.
Mr.
Seriously, though.
This is my marriage.
Coming up here, they've ranked all 113 Netflix. What?
We're done.
Oh,
What?
we're done?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the time's gone?
That's it.
Oh, well, good heavens. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Well, tomorrow on the show, we'll get to the ranking of all 113 Netflix original movies. That's something we'll do on tomorrow's show. All right, very nice.
All right, tune in tomorrow.
Are we sure? I only have 3 segments down. Are we sure about this?
That's what I counted.
Okay, I got 3 segments too, but
my bad. Then
do we have one more?
Listen,
I'm pretty sure we only have.
Do we have one more? We're done. Suits is saying we're done.
We're done.
We have one more segment.
We
no,
do,
we're
right?
done.
Oh, we're
okay.
done.
Thank you. Okay.
What's
All right.
the 4th segment?
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Okay. Woo, man. Anybody in here doing glue? Is that what we got going on around here? I mean, come on.
Did you inhale a little too much helium
Yeah.
from these balloons?
All right.
I think that's what might have happened.
Yeah, I think that's it. It is pretty much time for us to
Get.
That's right. And we're gone, baby. Kevin's other show. Listen to the podcast. Check it out on YouTube as well. Goodbye.
You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Wellington Anti-Aging. Low T? Go to WellingtonAntiAging.com. And by Bremen Motor Cars in West Palm Beach. A world-class experience. Shop BremenPorsche.com now. It's Kevin's other show on 640 The Hurricane.